The Brave Person of Boles, Part 1. It was a beautiful summer on Waldron. Jamie was enjoying watering flowers, when suddenly, all over the island, there was not a moment's peace. It can only mean one thing. Riley had arrived. Jamie told Riley he didn't need to be so cruel. But Riley just laughed and said only nice people are nice. He challenged Jamie to a race. When they got over there, Jamie and Riley are prepared. Then they were both ready. The race began. While they were racing, Riley got his axe and started chasing Jamie. Luckily, Jamie found some bushes to hide. Riley didn't see him. Jamie was sad that Riley will win the race. Then he heard a voice in the forest. It was a stranded man he never seen before. His name was Brock. His home was an island far away, where they call him the Brave Person of Boles. He had came to Waldron long time ago, but had been so lonely and been living in the forest. He was worried if Mayor David had found him stranded, he would get rid of. Jamie promised his new friend that he will make sure to make him the Brave Person of Boles again. So Jamie returned to the Waldron Hospital for a checkup. That evening, Jamie told his friends about his new friend. They all agreed to help Brock. The next day, at the hospital, Jamie saw some apples in a bowl. Candace said he could take them. Jamie went straight to Brock. Brock was happy to see Jamie with some apples and started eating them. Siri Bar kindly agreed to do some of Jamie's work so Jamie could help Brock. Siri Bar knew that he had to be very careful not to let Riley find out about Brock or he will get tried to get rid of. So Siri Bar lifted some of the bricks. He didn't see a loose brick in the path. Siri Bar tripped on the loose brick and hurt his knees. Jamie took him back to the hospital. Later, Siri Bar was soon better, and Jamie told Candace about Brock. Candace told him she has more stuff for Brock. If only they could carry them to his hideout place. Mayor David was confused why the people were acting strange, but as long as the work was done, he didn't mind. Saribar was right to worry about Riley. He knew Jamie was up to something and started watching his every move. Jamie couldn't visit Brock without Riley noticing. But he had an idea. He could ask Saribar to take some clothes to Brock. But first, they both had to run away from Riley so he wouldn't hear their plan. Saribar collected the clothes and took it to Brock. He was amazed by the stranded man. Brock was very pleased to meet Jamie's best friend. Riley tried to find out what Jamie was up to by asking Ariana, but she wouldn't speak to him until she finished picking up her weeds. While Riley was distracted, Jamie was searching for more clothes for Brock. Suddenly, Riley appeared nearby. Luckily, Melissa saw him first and took him to her house. Riley didn't see a cabinet with a beautiful pot. The pot fell to his head and fainted. He had to return to the hospital, and Jamie and Saribar could spend the rest of the day helping Brock. To be continued.